You're trapped in your home during a deadly spore storm. The air outside is poison. Your neighbor is on the phone, frantic for help. Strangers are knocking on every door, begging to be let in. But the infection causes confusion, paranoia, and a desperate urge to socialize. One wrong choice, one person you trust incorrectly, and you'll be blooming with mushrooms before the storm even passes. This is Mycopsychosys, a psychological horror game where the true enemy isn't just the spores, it's the clock. Every step you take, every door you answer, wastes precious time, and you have to juggle multiple subplots at once to survive. Fail to help one person, and they may die. Fail to stop another, and they may kill you. Hi everyone, I'm NotWalm, and today we're not just explaining the story of Mycopsychosys. We're breaking down every character, every threat, and every choice you need to make to survive the storm, save your neighbors, and unlock all 6 endings. So take a deep breath of clean air while you still can, and let's get started. Before we can survive, we need to understand the rules. The game's safety video explains that the spore disease has 4 stages: confusion, takeover, activation, and finally blooming. Pay close attention to that second stage, takeover. It causes paranoia and an urge to socialize. That's the one that will get you killed, as every person at your door might be driven by the disease itself. But the most important rule is time. Time only moves when you move or interact with things. Answering the front door and running back to answer the phone is a huge time sink that can cause you to miss a critical event. So balancing your time is key to survival. Your most vital intel comes from a companion website the game opens for you. The key facts are: spores are not water soluble, so tap water is safe. Only extreme heat of 100 degrees Celsius can kill them. And finally, emergency services will not come until the storm has passed. These aren't just lore details, they are the answers to a life or death test later on. Surviving the storm means managing 4 subplots at once. This is a game of interrogation and judgment. Let's break down each character, what they want, and how to deal with them. First is your neighbor Ona. She is your lifeline and your biggest responsibility. She has no internet and will call 4 times for help. You must answer all 4 calls and give perfect advice, or she gets infected and you get a game over. For her second call, she'll ask if the tap water is fine. Remember the intel, spores aren't water soluble. You must confidently tell her, yes, it's safe. Her third call is about her heat pump. Again, remember the intel, it needs to be 100 degrees Celsius. A simple heater won't work. The answer is no, it's not hot enough. Her final call is the most intense. An infected person is breaking into her house. Telling her to call the police is a death sentence. As we know, they won't come. The perfect answer, provided by Sylvia, is to tell her to lock herself in the bathroom. Next is Hugo at the basement door, a test of your companionship. He knocks 3 times. On his second visit, if you refuse him entry, he asks for a towel. This isn't a random fetch quest, it's a loyalty test. Taking a towel from your bathroom and giving it to him proves you are willing to help, which is the only way to unlock his good endings. But be warned, after his 3rd knock, he turns. He becomes one of them, and letting him in at that point is suicide. Your window of opportunity to save him is small. Up in the attic, you'll find Noah, the liar on the roof. He'll give you a story, but a quick call to Ona will confirm he's not being truthful. This leaves you with a major moral dilemma. Do you tell him to get off of your roof? If you do, he is no longer a threat, but you will later hear him die outside, a victim of your paranoia. Or do you let a proven liar into your home? This is the only way to save him. But if you do, you must borrow his mask to patch the broken window with a painting, or the spores will get in and kill you. Finally, the front door presents Ray and Sylvia. Ray is a confused man who shows up 3 times and is a complete red herring designed to waste your time. You can just ignore him. Sylvia, however, is your key resource of intel and your secret weapon against Hugo. She is not a threat, but she is deeply unsettling. In her third visit, she has a bizarre fourth wall breaking moment where she may use your actual computer account name and tell you the current real world time, so just be careful around her. The knocking has finally stopped. The phone is silent, and after a long, stressful night, the storm has finally passed. But you're not safe yet. The game has one last test for you. You'll get a prompt asking if you want to go outside. After everything you've seen, after watching the path of mushrooms grow towards your door, the only correct answer is no. Making the right choice here is the final gate between failure and survival. Let's break down all 6 of the game's endings in order. Game over. First is ending 1, the game over. You'll see this ending if you get infected at any point, whether it's by letting Ray in, trusting Hugo after he's turned, failing Ona's questions, messing with Noah on the roof, or entering the attic without his mask. Going out. Next is ending 2, going out. This is the ending for the impatient survivor. All of your hard work, you can throw it all away by choosing to walk out the front door after the storm passes. Ona ending. Ending 3, the Ona ending, is your baseline good ending. To get this, you must survive, stay inside, and have only saved your neighbor, with no one else in your house. You call for help for Ona and wait for rescue. A lone survivor. Hugo ending. The better endings all involve taking a risk on Hugo. For ending 4, the Hugo ending, you must have given him the towel and let him in. After the storm, you ignore everyone else, offer him a beer from the fridge, and agree to wait for rescue together. Hugo and Ona's ending. Ending 5, Hugo and Ona, builds on top of the previous ending. After saving both of them, you must call for help for Ona before sharing that beer with Hugo, securing a rescue for your neighbor while still having a friend to wait with. Hugo and Noah ending. And finally, there's ending 6, Hugo and Noah. To achieve this, you must have taken the ultimate risks and saved both Hugo with the towel and the liar Noah. At the end, you agree to hang out with both of them, forming a strange but hopefully found family of survivors. So what is the ultimate story of Mycopsychosys? It's not just a game about a mushroom plague. It's a psychological horror game that explains how the real nightmare of a crisis is managing paranoia and information. The game's true antagonist isn't the spores, it's actually the clock. The time mechanic creates a constant state of anxiety, turning the game into a frantic, stressful act of multitasking. It's a story about how a crisis can overwhelm you, not with a single monster, but with a dozen small problems at once. It's also a story that weaponizes your empathy. Every character is a potential threat, forcing you to become an interrogator. You have to question everyone's motives and decide if companionship is worth the risk. One bad judgment call, one moment of misplaced trust leads to a failure. The game explains that in a world of confusion and fear, having clear, correct information from sources like the website is the only real weapon you have. But let me know your theories. Drop all your thoughts down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this dive and survival guide for Mycopsychosys, please be sure to smash that like button, share and subscribe for more explorations of dark and fascinating indie games. Thanks for watching, I'm NotWalm, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, and be careful not to get infected with any spores.